Tell me about Roni.
Did you watch Roni? No.
The last episode I watched was when they all went to the vow renewal for Erin and her husband.
Right. So I watched Roni, and it's the episode after that we're on, or that I'm reviewing right now. And it was Erin ended up confronting Brynn about, I'm going to say this without any emotion behind it, but about like flirting with her husband, which, you know what? I know a lot of people were like, yes, that was inappropriate.
Are people saying that?
I saw a few comments like, yeah, it's her anniversary. Her kids were there that were on Erin's side. But it's like...
She didn't say it to the kids. She didn't say, hey, kids.
No.
When daddy divorces mom, you're going to be calling me mom.
Yeah. And all of the women, too, were like, Erin, what are you talking about? That's Brynn. She was being her Brynn self. It was funny. Relax. I was just
It was hysterical because she was talking about the giant rock that he just gave Erin. It was less about, like, I'm going to come in and steal your man. She's like, I want the cool jewelry. So, like, hit me up.
Exactly.
If it doesn't work out.
It was
a
funny.
joke.
And we found out Jenna Lyons was her birth given name or whatever is Judith. Did you know that?
No.
So it's Judith, and she changed it in college because she never felt like a Judith.
She doesn't look like a Judith.
I'm
to
paraphrasing.
Me. But by the way, anyone named Judith is expensive as it gets.
I know. That's why I was like, but apparently in college, her professor was like, does anyone have a nickname? And she was like, now's my chance. And all that came to her head was the fact that her brother used to tease her and call her genitalia. And so she was like, Jenna. Which is, like, good for her for being vulnerable. And she's, like, telling this during a casting for her lashes. And she's, like, being vulnerable in front of her friends on the cast, but also in front of this, like, new woman. And it was just a really sweet moment. I love that. I love her opening up. She talks a little bit about her breakup. Of course, she isn't specific with who it is, but just she gets vulnerable and emotional. And it was very nice. And that's really the main. I'm sure I'm missing things. But
has it changed your view on Erin at all?
I love all the women, but I'm a little bit like, Erin, come on.
Lighten up.
Lighten up, Erin. Oh, and the other thing, and this is just a me thing, but I want to know how you feel about now they call her out again, or the name is leaving my mind. You guys know. She gets called out again about not having enough food or not having enough options. Erin, at her anniversary party, It was just pigs in a blanket. Who left early? Why is the name? It wasn't
Sai.
Sai leaves early. She's like, I was hungry. She gets called out again for it. And she was like, you had pigs in a blanket. I'm vegetarian. And I'm like, everyone's like, relax, Sai. Like, you're good. Maybe you're an adult. You should have eaten something before you went to the event. But I'm like, no. If you're going to have an event, have food there. Like, have food there for everyone. And that is maybe just a me thing because I grew up in a family where it's like there was just food just like everywhere, every Sunday. Family and friends stopped over. Everyone was fed all the time, and that's how we socialized. So I get a little like, if you're going to have an event, yes, like have food there. And so that was another thing that was turned me off. Like, Erin, you should have had more options.
No, I think if it's around dinner time, you need to have a meal. And if it's later, you have to have like a plethora of snacks.
Options.
Pigs in a blanket. You could do like the little caviar on the pancake. You could do so many different things that are so easy, just like little finger foods, right? Little chicken tenders, like, or whatever. That Sai said she's vegetarian. There's plenty of vegetarian options that you have to take into consideration. I highly doubt that Sai was the only person who was a vegetarian there. And she's definitely not the only one who's like, where's the food?
Where's the food? And it's like it wasn't a backyard cabin party. This was a luxurious.
No, it was glamorous.
Have the food. Like, just spring for more food if it's not going to be sponsored or whatever. It's like, no, most of the event. That was like a joke.
Or like ask Sai because she's like the SpawnCon queen. She gets like all this stuff for free. It's like what she does for a living.
Yes, I don't know.
She actually makes mad money off of it. What annoyed me is that anyone trying to say that Sai leaving that event was anything like Jenna leaving the Hamptons. That was like an intimate gathering. The only thing Sai owed Jenna Erin was like, hey, by the way, snuck out, beautiful party. I love you. Talk tomorrow.
A
like,
text.
I don't need to come find you in a room full of hundreds of people. Very different situations. And the sister rolling up on them being like, you guys need to stop talking. It's like, well, maybe don't have 400 speeches. Let me be very clear. And this is going to make me sound like I hate love, but I don't. But when you get married, I'm letting you know, no one gives a shit but you. And when you get remarried, then people really don't give a shit except you. No one needs to hear your backstory and speeches given. It's so boring. It's fun for you to hear. Have like a little night with everyone who just talks about you, who wants to write speeches. Don't make an entire room. Have a cap for your wedding, your people a part of the bridal party and groomsmen party or whatever it's called. See, I don't even know. What are they, groomsmen?
Groomsmen. Yeah.
Like a cap. You know, like no longer than a minute. And please don't have multiple people. The maid of honor and the fucking, what's the guy? What's the main guy?
The groom of honor. The best man.
The best man.
Yeah.
They're the only two people that get to speak. Mom and dad can say a quick something, but not each of them. They write it together. Because no one cares.
No. If I was a
totally
best
agree,
man,
yeah.
like who wants to talk for more than 30 seconds? I'd have been like, I met this dumbass
No,
X,
they
Y, and Z, and he's a
literally-
bastard.
Yeah.
Easton,
I just don't. How long was it?
I want to say they had 5 speakers and it was pages. And Brynn made a comment, or someone made a comment, Jenna, there's like pages upon pages. This one person has 4 pages. No one cares about your love story. I know it's hard to hear.
Instead of a page, it's a paragraph.
Yes. Get her done. Let people drink, let people talk. That's when they leave and they go, you know what? This couple's fucking awesome. Because they didn't make me suffer through their freaking love story.
And
It's
then,
almost-
yes.
The longer it is, it's like you're selling it on. Like, we are in love. Listen to how long and why. It's like,
Yes.
you're not selling anyone on this shit, sweetheart. Just get it done.
Exactly. And then her having to be like, whoa, 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 everyone's talking. Quiet down back there. It's like, well, take
Read the room.
hint.
It's
Read
because
the
no
room.
one fucking cares, buddy.
And also, then the sister's hair lit on fire, I think.
Was that the sister?
It looked like the same person to me. Full flamage. I was like, karma is alive and well at this party.
That was horrifying.
Was it the one who told everybody to quiet down?
It looked like it to me, but I keep looking here. I feel like my friends are in the room.
They are. Give them a little something, something.
Write in and tell me if it is the same, if it is Aaron's sister.
Yeah, I forget. But I did see that was a big flame, too.
It was huge. The fire department could have come.
A lot of hairspray in it.
Just a lot of
Flammable.
hair and product.
But
Yes.
not as much as, because if that were my hair, let me tell you something. I would look like Hades from Hercules.
Why do you have a lot of product?
Not now, but if I had my
Like if-
hair done and curled, hairspray, it would have gone up. My whole head would have been a flame. And so I saw hers and I was like, oh my God. And then it went out. It just must have been all.
Oh my gosh.
But it was great. I love Roni. I
do
love
you imagine
Roni.
the smell after that?
Oh,
And then they're like,
like a
they
good
come by,
candle.
they're like, burnt hair, and would you like a pigs in a blanket? It's like, oh.
yeah,
I'd
I'm
like
really
a
hungry.
toilet to throw up in. Please. My God. Dead animal and burnt hair. Oh.
Sai was ready to go. We know why.
Well, yeah, and they
I
were
was
all
ready
talking
with
about
her.
Nobu, and I was like, that's where I would go.
no,
Didn't they
boo.
talk about
I
Nobu
think
going
they
there?
did, yeah. They to get food because they were hungry.
Not catch. The
Not-
elevated version.
Right? Fuck that place.
There's no, Easton, there's no winning when it comes to being Erin, I feel.
No.
She's
and-
got to loosen up. Love her so much. Love all of them. But like, I'm starting to see little sides. Brynn is a star.
Brynn's a star. And can I clarify? I didn't say the sponsor thing to be shady. Wasn't that a joke on the show? Like they were joking. Aaron or Brynn said, did you see the invite? It looks like Coachella because it said, did you remember that part? It was like party sponsored by, and it was like a whole Aaron's party. And it was like a whole list. That's why I said the sponsored. I'm like, if people are going to sponsor, get food sponsored.
Wait, I kind of love that so
Yes.
much.
Anyway.
Right? Where's the food sponsor? The
Yeah.
most important thing. People who are well fed and drunk, you got an epic party, I feel.
100%.
Yeah. Keep the drinks and the food coming. You win the game. No one's going to look around and be like, but it was in a fabulous ballroom.
No.
No one
gives a
cares where
shit.
they end up. All right. That ship sailed when people went to college.
Exactly.
That's what I think,
Mhm.
which is why I care about the bougie ballroom because I never went to college. So there's that. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you next week.